everyone, it's Libby from Maighstir Tarot. I'd like to acknowledge the Warramai First Nations people, the traditional custodians of the land on which these videos are made, and welcome to you, your guides, my guides in the universal energies. Sorry, just popping my dandelion tea over there. And speaking of dandelion tea, my guides were yapping to me this morning about not only scattering seeds, buying some seeds. It's spring in the Northern Hemisphere, stirring them up, things like cosmos and daisies and billy buttons and whatever else brings you joy, paper daisies, and scattering them in the cracks in the pavement, even in the suburban areas or in the cities to bring joy. But also to, a bit of defiance there as well. Nothing says defiance as the beauty of some seeds, some flowers springing up in between the cracks. Okay, new artwork. I actually have two of these sculptures. They are handmade, so they're both slightly different. But this particular one I chose, I pulled it out of the garage. They're sitting in the garage at the moment because it has a couple of dragonflies on it. And for those that know me know that dragonflies are my spirit animal. And I bought that before I even realised that dragonflies were actually, I bought a lot of dragonfly. There's one there and one there, and beautiful viewers sent me that one and that one. Yeah, so love my dragonflies. Okay. Also my guides told me to, and I know I mentioned this in the last video, but they told me to pull this book out of a box. So I went through all my book boxes. I've got boxes and boxes of books because they were prompting me to show you this book as well, which is really brilliant about just reading a little bit about it. The book removes the fences of the suburbs and the mind and retrofits them with practical and positive solutions that build resilient individuals in capable communities. These are exciting times, and this is the manual to engage and inspire generations to come. So it's about modifying buildings and installing simple, effective technologies, creating beautiful, bountiful home gardens, and helping people lead more fulfilling and resilient lives. So yeah, it's a fairly heavy tome, but gee, it's full of brilliant ideas. So check it out, or even just check out what you can do to build, even if you just Google a more resilient society. Okay, what do I want to have a look at? I am going to have a look at my guides. Come to my attention today. I don't know what yours are like, but mine will hammer at me until I actually go, oh, duh. So news came out today that the USS Gerald Ford is heading home from the Middle East. It was the one that had the laundry fire. It was the one that had the blocked toilets and has been at sea, I believe, for nearly, well, over 300 days from what I understand, or by the time it gets back to the US, it'll be over 330 days. So heading for the record of the longest deployment of any US military naval ship. But what actually grabbed me, leapt out at me, is it's called a Nimitz class ship. So apparently, I didn't realise, because my guides have been saying Nimitz for months. You guys know they've been telling me Nimitz for months. I was like USS Nimitz, which is currently, well, just finished playing games with Argentina near the Falklands there, with the orange idiot saying that he was going to give the Falklands back to Argentina just before the visit of King Charles, who is the sovereign king of the Falklands Islands. But they're all Nimitz classes. Now, I did get it wrong a while back. Apparently, the USS Enterprise, which I thought quite intriguing, was the first... sorry about that, delivery. The Enterprise was the first new aircraft carrier. So I do apologise about that when I said the Nimitz was a while back. But the Nimitz is the oldest one in the fleet. but they're all called Nimitz class. Okay, so is it a different? I'm just going to ask. I'm using the Crow Tarot sent to me by one of my gorgeous viewers. Those 3 decks that I mentioned that I didn't buy the other day, I bought. So they're on their way. So don't be buying me any decks. And I'm just going to say thank you to Marie for the wine bottle or whiskey bottle label that she sent me. I love it when you guys send me bits and bobs, but postage is hideous. So don't, quite happy not to, because just postage is just unbelievably expensive, especially from the US, but much, much appreciated. Absolutely love it. And, but yeah, postage. Anyhow, what I want to have a look at. So they kept saying, they've been saying for a long time, Nimitz, is it the Nimitz, USS Nimitz, and they've just popped that out, and we've got the Page of Swords. Social media, I'm hearing something on social media. Watch social media, or keep an eye on the social media. It's also a then I've got the King of Swords. It's also a whistleblower as well. Page of Swords can be the whistleblower or just someone posting something on social media. And then we've got the King of Swords, legal action, potentially strategy, or just action being taken about whatever was posted. Right, so just watch something on the social media. Tell me, guys, is it the Nimitz that you guys are telling me about, or another of these Nimitz class? I think there's half a dozen or a dozen of them. Can't remember how many. Actually, I'll just Google. Hang on a sec. Right, there are 10 of them. I don't know that I'll go through all of them. Are they all aircraft carriers? Nimitz class from the... Right, okay. 10 nuclear-powered aircraft carriers in service in the United States Navy. Okay, so we've got the... oh gosh, are they even going to name them here? You guys can have a look. Okay, we've got the Nimitz, the Eisenhower, the Vinson. Never heard of the Vinson. Anyhow, the Roosevelt, the Lincoln, the Washington, the Stennis, the Truman, the Reagan, and the Bush. So there are 10 Nimitz class. So where do I go with this? Tell me, is it the Nimitz or a Nimitz class? Right, we've then got the King of Wands, action being taken. And the Four of Pentacles, keeping a lid on something, nightmare situation. Eight of Cups, walking away from what no longer serves. And then we've got the Ace of Swords. Some sort of action or a big announcement being made that they'd like to keep a lid on. There is this nightmare situation, leaving the scene, and then yes. So I'm wondering whether it's the Gerald Ford that my guides have been yapping. Is it the... Let's put those back randomly in the deck. Let me grab my yes/no cards. You guys yapping at me. Is it split the deck? Yes. So it's not the USS Nimitz, it's the USS Gerald Ford that we need to be keeping an eye on. Okay. Tell me, what do we need to know? The relief I feel, it's really interesting. I don't know if your guides are the same. That when you have that duh moment, when your guides have been at you and you suddenly get it, I don't know, the feeling of just a weight lifted from the shoulders. So we've got the King of Swords as I split the deck and the Ten of Cups. Is that legal action being taken by the families or something? What's going on? What's going on? What's going on with the USS Gerald Ford beyond? Now, one of my lovely viewers had emailed me forever ago and said that the laundry fire was not a laundry fire. It was called a laundry fire, but it was not a laundry fire. It was something about an explosion that went down an elevator shaft and took out. So what do we need to know about the USS Gerald Ford? Yeah, you want both of those? Okay. Okay. The USS Gerald Ford. Come on down. So these two cards have popped out. Right, the Two of Swords. Putting up a legal barrier or some sort of blockade to stop something from progressing forward. And then we've got the Queen of Wands as the challenge here. An inspirational female stepping forward into a leadership position. I mean, it's one of my Yulia Navalny cards, but Sarah challenges an inspirational female stepping forward with information, a message, is the challenge to this being blocked. Let's see where this goes. You've got the Justice card. The energy it's stewing in, bringing justice. I'm hearing Tammy Duckworth, but there might. Let's see where it goes. The Knight of Pentacles, stalling something being brought forward, and it is mercenary actions. The Knight of Pentacles in the past, crowning the reading, the Knight of Cups. An offer being brought forward, a Trojan horse, some sort of offer being presented with the Knight of Cups. Three of Swords, heartbreak, despair, loss. Has anyone heard from the Ford? Because there's the Star card, the Star of Hope and Healing coming out from this loss, treason, betrayal, and the World, bringing things to an end. Might have a look to see who this female is. It's the challenges going as to who's going to bring this information forward. I'm actually getting a really strong feeling that there were unalives on the Gerald Ford due to the mercenary actions that we're not being told about. The King of Pentacles and the hopes and fears. The outcome, Ten of Swords, the Wheel of Fortune, the Fates, and the Six of Swords. Truth being brought forward on the journey home. And then we've got the Ace of Pentacles, confirmation, Ace of Pentacles, giving me, and then the Ace of Cups, 2 confirmations. And the Page of Swords again, a whistleblower, somebody posting something. And then if we need any more confirmation, there's the Ace of Wands. And the High Priestess, secrets being revealed. Illusion, delusion, smoke, mirrors, with the 9 of Cups, something that's not being presented as real as it really is. The 6 of Pentacles, the keeping everything in the hands of the few. And then we've got the Empress. 9 of Cups, sorry, my bad, because there's the illusion, delusion. This is about be careful what you wish for, thinking it's all wrapped up and all in the bag. But we've got the Empress, the birth of something new. We've got the delusion. We've got the 4 of Pentacles, trying to keep it under wraps. And then we've got the Magician, the manipulation. Okay. Let me have a look at... Oh, thank you, guides. I'm a bit slow. This skin being is very slow on occasion. Thank you for persisting with me. Wheel of Fortune, 10 of Swords, High Priestess, Ace of Wands, and the Devil. The first of all, it is time, but it is about fate and destiny. 10 of Swords, hidden agendas, and the Ace of Wands. New beginning, new plan. Got the Devil, 3 of Cups, 2 of Wands, Knight of Swords, information coming out, Ace of Swords. And it's causing somebody a lot of sleeplessness. Oh boy. So my question is the regime keeping secrets? I mean, didn't it go and dock somewhere in Crete or something? So I mean, how can secrets be kept? Surely it's gotten out somewhere. Is there secrets about it? Is the regime not telling the truth about the USS Gerald Ford? Is the regime lying about damage? What happened to the USS Gerald Ford? Is the regime lying about what happened to the USS Gerald Ford? Nine of Pentacles. Those living in the in luxury. Oh, somebody on a base. Is Kegs staying on one of those military bases? Somebody's. I mean, I'm still seeing Gnome, who was basically supposed to leave the house she was in at least 2 weeks ago at maximum. I'm getting someone who's living a comfortable lifestyle, challenged by 2 of Pentacles. So 9 of Pentacles, someone profiting, but the challenge is the 2 of Pentacles, trying to juggle the situation. Are they lying about this? The 6 of Wands, false victory, claiming a victory. 10 of Wands, overreach in the past and ending. We've got the Empress at the top, the Hierophant in the immediate future. So This could be the birth of something significantly new that's highly emotive, or it could simply be my Russia card. You've got the Hierophant here, the higher authorities discussing the key, something that's the key. Judgment. Wow. Are they planning on bringing judgment, or let's see where it goes. And then the Knight of Swords, a harsh truth coming forward. The High Priestess, secrets being revealed. The Eight of Cups, walking away, abandoning. Six of Cups, to protect those. Six of Cups. What have we got here? The nightmare situation, the Nine of Swords, Queen of Pentacles, King of Wands, Five of Pentacles, out in the cold, King of Wands. I mean, that can be shady because he's fire energy, but this could also be action being taken. Queen of Pentacles, trying to keep some information, documentational information hidden, action being taken. And then the Five of Pentacles and the Tower. And then the loss, heartbreak, loss. Oh boy. Oh gee, who's on the bottom? The Devil. The Devil, the back up against the wall, bringing forward some sort of message about something in the military, the Chariot. Oh jeez. Queen of Cups, trying to keep a lid on something, but then you've got the Page of Wands, the whistleblower. You've got the work going on behind the scenes with the Eight of Pentacles. You've got the Lovers, some sort of contract and agreement to bring about a Ten of Swords situation. Oh, far out. Sorry, yes, that's me whispering. Cannot believe. I keep getting the false flag. I keep getting the false flag. I keep getting Nimitz, Nimitz, Nimitz. I read on the Gerald Ford. Are they going to sacrifice? Is there a plan to sacrifice the Gerald Ford? Is there a plan to sacrifice the Gerald Ford? Cause some sort of, it's on its way home. It's got to cross the Atlantic. Big ocean. Is there something, a plan? Getting the Nimitz US, getting both. Is there a plan? That Nine of Pentacles again. Is there a plan to sacrifice the Gerald Ford? Getting a distraction with the USS Nimitz and something happening to the Gerald Ford. Is that right? Five of Swords, Five of Swords, Five of Wands. Conflict. Mercenary. The Emperor. Keeping a lid on the situation. The Moon. And the Eight of Cups, walking away. King of Pentacles. The Narcissist, the Star, the Death. The Seven of Swords, the Line. Seven of Pentacles, the inability to harvest, the Hermit, investigation, the Empress, the Ruskies, strength and justice and treason, and the Ten of Wands, overreach, ending. Oh boy. They they going to blame the Russians? So I've got the Russians, or it could simply hope be the big wake-up call. Treason card keeps coming up for this regime. They're going to do something treasonous. You like that one? Eight of Swords. Restricted. What's that one? Ace of Pentacles. Yes. And then you've got the Five of Cups. Loss, regret. Two of Cups. Six of Cups. Six of Pentacles. And the Tower. And then the Five. Five. Oh, far out, man. King of Wands, action being taken, whistleblower with the Page of Swords about what went down and the manipulation. Then got the Wheel of Fortune coming forward. Okay, just keep an eye on these. And I have no words. For a government or a regime that would sacrifice or do something false flag, and I know it's not the first time that the US has done that. And I'm not talking about you guys, I'm talking about those that are trying to stay in power and in control. It's almost like I'm getting the two of them, the USS Nimitz and the Gerald Ford. So just, it's almost like one will distract and then something will happen to the other. Just surround them in light. Safe journeys, safe travels. Okay. Leave it there. Catch you shortly.